All right, welcome back. I don't know, something was going weird with my video feed, but now we're going live and we're just taking a look at what's going on with regards to the markets. So, if you remember, I was talking to you earlier, you guys, that we begin to see what's happening in the market here, and I'm going to be kind of giving you an idea of what I'm thinking and what I do every day, and so that you get a better understanding of how I do this. Now, many people have said to me that you need a lot of money to make money, but in this case, you don't need very much money to make money. And I'm kind of showing you right now, like as of right now, we're up about 105 American. Um, and just looking at the math, and that's why I always recommend people to go on my um, YouTube videos, because I tell you exactly what our team is doing. And I have a huge team with professionals as well as people that have been in the industry since 2009. And, seriously, if you want to be part of this, I'm doing a $1,000 giveaway. So what's going to happen is, if you're watching this, you send me a comment with that you're here, and then send me an email, and then I will put you in the draw, and then I make a draw, and whoever wins gets $1,000, and this could potentially give you an opportunity to make money. So right now, like I mentioned, many people said, "Oh, Drew Bears, the reason why you're doing well is because you have money." I started off um, way back when, and it doesn't really matter how much money you have. What matters that you know what you're doing and where you're going. And as you can see here, uh, we're beginning to make our move up. If you're watching my video this morning, I was mentioning to you of the trend and everything. So we're fairly excited to what's going on now. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. And I'm willing to help you guys if you need it. And yeah, it looks like we're doing good. So I'm going to continue to have this going on here, and we'll continue to watch this as this continues to go to where we want it to go. So other than that, let's continue to watch this together. We're busting at 177.76 American. Now, with that said, what you can do as well, if you want to do this for work, what you do is once you hit this price point, you can always sell out and then come back in once it comes back down and just continue on. But for me, I have my leverage liquidation prices down here. So it has to drop all this way before I lose my margin, which is my $1,000. So the chances of that coming down is highly unlikely. As well, the bottom that's really bad, if there was a war while we're watching the Super Bowl, then it would go down to 41.87, which is still above my liquidation point. So that is something I'm not too concerned about. So with that said, we're looking really good so far. It's going to continue to rise. Remember, guys, we're doing a $1,000 giveaway. So once you send me an email at the end of the day, I'm going to do a draw and send you an email. Then I'll send you $1,000 via wallet from my account. So, other than that, here are some kind of tips for you as you are learning and as you're watching here. You take a look at here, for instance, when you see something like this, it's a hammer. You do and will expect a change in trend, where it was coming up and then it went down and now it's going up. So this is a very good position as well to be in. This is the reason why we chose this. So now the question is, where is this going to go? If you take a look at the lines that I have here, the EMAs, 7, 25, and 99, these are really strong resistant lines. So what we need to do now is for this to go to this position over here. it has to close in the next hour above this line. Once that happens, we're going to see a continual trend and we will begin to see the volume grow. So yeah, looks like we're on the right path. But as you can see, it's the resistant line over here keeps on hitting that line. It did cross a little bit. If you take a closer look, it did cross it, which is telling us that it's the bulls are trying to push through, because what we're trying to reach right now is this level over here at 42,400, which isn't too far away. And then once that, we're going to go to the next stage, which is here. So I anticipate this to change, but the bears are fighting. But I know that's going to stick around this line here, which is very good. As you can see here, there is um, a very um, important line of interest where we can take a look and see what's going on there. So we're going to continue to watch this. I mean, it's hovering like about $114 and above. There could be possibility again come back down to over here, but again, what matters the most is your liquidation point, and mine's really far. So the chances are highly unlikely that it's going to go down to here. But for instance, if you do 3 trades and out of the 3 you fail on 2, but you gain on 1, you'll still make money, right? So it's very, very important to understand that as long as you can get 1 good trade out of 3, you could. For many of my Bitcoin Gladiator students, they quit their jobs, and this is what they do. Some of my students, they make like $100 like here, and then they lock their profit. Like right now, hypothetically, if I'm happy with the $100, that's like 120 some Canadian. I would just go back up to here, and then I would just, or down here, sorry, and I would just close all positions, and then all this money will be going into your account. So yeah, let me tell you, it's a learn curve. It takes time to learn, but it's worth the skill. Even if it takes you a year to learn this. I mean, people go to university, and I've been a professional student for a very long time. Um, you know, like when you get your MD as a doctor. I mean, we're in school for 13 plus years, right? And then we begin to do our job, and then that's when you get paid well. With this, it's all up to you of how fast you learn. But at the same time, even if it takes you a year to learn, it's well worth it, because once you begin to master this skill, then you'll be able to do things like this, right? Like now we're at $143. So, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do all of these things. I mean, that's how it is, but you live and you learn, right? So other than that, I'm just going to continue to stream this and to see the ups and downs. But, like I was mentioning to you earlier, we're looking good. I'm looking even at this trend right over here. It's pretty obvious, as you can see. It kind of does this, like right here. So I'm expecting this to do the same as well over here now. I'm expecting this to close up here, and then it's just going to continue. So the key factor for the next move going forward, this candle has to lock up here. If it closes here, then it's gonna come back to this red line. But if it closes up here like what it's doing, it's going to continue to do this. It's going to follow this type of pattern. It's going to continue to do this. So what I'm doing now is I'm trailing my profits, and I'm just going to continue to trail my position, right, as it continues. Because once it hits here, we're gonna be taking our money out, so that it's probably going to correct back down to here. But like I was mentioning to you guys earlier, we see this EMA right here at 25. It's a fairly strong barrier, but it already crossed, so we're pretty excited about that. So at this point, we're at about $154 and holding. it's gonna go up and down, but I don't think it's gonna go any lower than this. Um, we're gonna put a line over here. So this will be the new resistance. So if it's gonna come down, I'll probably hit here and just stick around here and then move on as it continues its way to the top. So as you can see though, once there's a wick like this, there's a lot of a lot of people that are fighting. So all right, I'm just gonna let you guys sit. You can watch along, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to put this comment thing up here so people have questions I can answer them. So just give me 1 second here. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to figure this all out to get the chat going on here. So, yeah, you can ask me questions. Again, you can email me. I'll put the email address at Bitcoin. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to figure this all out to get the chat going on here. So, yeah, you can ask me questions. Again, you can email me. I'll put the email address at Bitcoin. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to figure this all out to get the chat on here. So, yeah, you can ask me questions. Again, you can email me. I'll put the email address. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.